Hi, Dr. David here, talking about a viewer's question who writes in asking really what are the good or best recovery groups for people who may have issues with pornography or masturbation addiction. And this gets into the realm of what kind of groups are there out there that can help support people for whom those behaviors may have gotten out of control, or they have concerns that they may be out of control. This is a personal choice when you hit that point, but if you do have that point or have those concerns, there are some things out there. There are 12-step programs. Everybody, I'm sure, is familiar with 12-step programs, but there are many specific ones related to these ideas in terms of sex addiction and porn addiction. One is Sexual Compulsives Anonymous, SCA is one. Another is SLAA, Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous is another. And so those are 12-step programs based on the idea of surrendering and being powerless and finding a higher power and working your way through the traditional 12 steps that apply specifically to those behaviors. There's also something called Porn Addicts Anonymous, which is specifically addressing pornography, as you can imagine. And those meetings are a little harder to find. What we are finding now with most 12-step meetings, they are available online via Zoom. So if you're in a place that doesn't have one live, you often can find those meetings in that regard. So those are the kind of the 12-step programs that are available. There's other ways to do it as well. There is a movement called NoFap, which is an online movement. That's NOFAP, and you can Google the derivation of the word, but basically it's an online support community for people for whom masturbation has kind of gotten out of control. We're finding this is an issue. Pornography and masturbation, particularly for young men who were digital natives, right? They grew up with it, porn on their phones, and that's often a huge problem that we're finding now with young males, particularly globally. There's this concept that 1/3 of the world may have issues with pornography. There's a study I saw yesterday, huge, with 80 contributors. So NoFap is one way. You can find that online. You can also find things like Smart Recovery. Smart Recovery is a group that is based on kind of scientific principles that also is in use for other kinds of addictive disorders, alcohol, opioids, and so on. But the same principles apply. They are facilitated meetings. It's more of a psychological approach that works it through. So there's many different avenues to find help if you're looking for help and support in these areas. And just check it out online, check out the programs I've mentioned, and if you have more concerns, let us know and we'll try to answer your questions. Take care, Dr. David here.